Just let me intro it, Chris. Hey everybody, it's Ken and Chris at the record store. Part 2. First one I feel like it was a while back. It was like a month or two ago.
A month or two?
I don't know.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Was it?
Well, I guess that's a month.
It was almost a month ago. Anyway, today we went to In Your Ear Records in Allston. It's where we are in Allston, right off of Commonwealth Ave.
Hanging out next to some fucking building.
We are hanging next to a building. Well, anywhere you'd be in Allston would be next to a building. There's nothing but buildings here.
I guess you're right, Ken.
Anyway, In Your Ear has been around since the 80s. I used to go there. It was over here on this side of the street back then, back in the 80s, and it's still going strong. They got a couple 100,000 records down there.
Oh man, it's nuts.
Packed, dusty fingers, very dusty fingers. That's what Stacy doesn't like about it when we go there. She doesn't like the dust on her fingers. Anyway, we bought some records. We're gonna tell you what we bought. Chris is gonna go first. Chris, show them what records you bought today.
I got 2 records.
At In Your Ear Records. Okay.
You know, unlike last time, Ken, when we went to
Blue Bag.
Yeah. I had a mission. I was looking for something in particular. I didn't find what I was looking for in particular, but what I did find are 2 things that I really don't know much about.
Okay. That's always fun, right?
We'll start with this one for obvious reasons that you're going to figure out right now. Ooh, look at that cover.
Look at that cover, everybody.
Look at that. Get a good shot of that.
Yeah. Streetwalker Blues, it says.
Yeah. And you know what, Ken, I got a little bit of those Streetwalker Blues.
Yeah, don't we all? So tell me about this record. What do you know?
Well, I don't really know anything except that there's like this hot 1920s naked chick on the front. I mean, like, doesn't that get you excited?
Absolutely.
It says the word blues, and then there's a woman with her exposed breasts.
So is that a compilation of various artists? Is that what's happening there?
Well, I'm looking at the back here, and it does look like that. And there's music on here from the 20s, the 30s, the 50s. And I really don't know anything about it, but it seems like this person...
I'm looking forward to hearing Shave 'Em Dry.
Must get mine in front.
That could be intense.
Or how about She Scuffles That Rough?
Yeah, Jesus.
Miss Hilma Burt and Miss Josie Arlington seem to be the featured performers on this.
Well, that sounds like a winner to me.
But it looks cool, man, and yeah. The other one I got 2 today. I got this right here. King Curtis. The reason why I went for this one is a while ago I got this record called Boogie Stew or Voodoo Stew, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like a King Curtis album, and I hadn't even heard of him before.
Yeah.
And it was like the coolest, like really like funky blues stuff. There was like really cool horns going on. And he was the leader of that band. It looks like he's the leader in this band again. But I really dug that, so I'm looking to hopefully expand my vocabulary of his catalog with this one right here.
So you got some blues today, is what's happening.
You know what, man, I've really been going into the blues, and I'm hoping to host another blues and bourbon party soon.
Nice.
You heard it here first.
And then you got a couple of records to play for it.
Yeah, man.
You want to hold this? And
I'll hold it for you.
You hold that for me, and then I will do mine. So I went in a different direction, where I went with some old familiars that I just want to listen to on my record player. That's all.
That's all, man.
I'm not trying to be tricky about anything. I just want to listen to some records on my turntable. So I got number one is I got Divine Horsemen, Middle of the Night by Divine Horsemen.
That's a cool cover, man.
They used to listen to Flesh Eaters before that. They were one of the LA cowpunk outfits, and Divine Horsemen was the next thing, and it was a little more bluesy and rootsy. And that's what you got here. You got dark, bluesy, rootsy, LA rock and roll.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Probably mid '80s, maybe a little later. Whatever.
Oh, look at that group shot in the back. Look at this guy.
That's Chris D. That's the main guy there. On SST Records, home of Black Flag.
Oh yeah.
Back then. So I got here's an old classic. It's one of the only Stones records I like all the way through.
That's my favorite part about this copy of that right here.
Some Girls. So this one's a promo copy, and it has the thing there they don't want you to play.
It's a little bit naughty, Ken.
This record on the radio Just get dirty words here and there.
Oh, baby.
But this is some of the look at the classics on there here. You got Miss You. You got When the Whip Comes Down. You got,
Shattered.
Look, you got Shattered. You've got Before They Make Me Run, sung, of course, by Keith Richards.
I mean, no doubt,
You've
it's a
got,
classic.
Faraway Eyes. Great Rolling Stones record. The only other actual vinyl that I own of the Stones is Goat's Head Soup. So I really like this one too. So that one made the cut this week. I'm getting a phone call. Don't answer it. Whatever you do.
I'll reject. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can reject. Yeah.
I'll reject.
I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm talking to the people.
We're talking to you.
I got this is the Godfathers.
For a second, I thought that was Morrissey.
More songs about love and hate. Most people know them from their other record, the title song of which became a big hit, which was, of course, Birth, School, Work, Death. Again, English beat band from the 80s. But I got this one because it has one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm Lost and Then I'm Found. By the way, here's the funny thing. We were having a discussion on the radio show last night, 2 nights ago, whatever day that was, Friday night, and about what song on a record is generally the most popular, Chris. And what I was saying was, this is what I heard when I had no record label and I was getting stuff mastered by Nick Z of Hardy Boys fame currently. He said the first and third songs on any record are the best. Because the first one is the one that they think is going to be the hit, so they put that one up front. And the third one is usually the one that the band likes the most. And those are usually the best songs on the record. Now, I offered this up to people on the radio show on Friday, and Nash, our producer, said that in reality, the science says that the first song on the second side is the most popular. That generally, for whatever reason, ends up being the most popular song on any record. I don't know why that is, but that's what he was saying.
Honestly, that's what I was gonna say, because you get through that first side and,
Yeah.
and you might be like, oh geez, I gotta listen to a whole nother side of this, or you might be like pretty stoked,
Right.
and then be really disappointed by the second half, and then
Yeah.
you're like bummed out. The first song on the B-side, man, you gotta be ready to grab your listener and be like, hey,
That's true.
we're still here, right?
Because you gotta re-up.
Yeah.
You gotta, like, whatever the energy happened on the A side, you gotta start out strong. So on this record, for sure, I'm Lost and Then I'm Found. If you haven't heard it, you gotta listen to it. It's one of the greatest rock and roll songs really ever. That's what I'm saying right now. I'm lost and then I'm found. And also, isn't that the truth? Think about your own life. I'm lost and then I'm found. That's the way it works. Anyway, I have one more that I got this week. It's the Beat. Paul Collins and the Beat. Paul Collins Beat. I forget where these guys are from. I feel like Chicago. Maybe Boston.
I like
think
the look.
Chicago. But anyway, they are one of the this is one of the classic late 70s, early 80s power pop records. In the vein of Cheap Trick and Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers. So if you like that kind of stuff, you will like the Beat. That's what we got today at the record store. It's Ken and Chris at the record store. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go home and we're going to listen to our records. So have you, by the way, I didn't buy some records, and what I will do, I took pictures of the records that I didn't buy. So I will show you pictures of the records that I didn't buy, and then you tell me if I blew it.
You know what? That's actually what I did when we went to Blue Bag. I still have a picture of this Chess Records blues album I want to go back and get. Who knows if they're going to have it. Hopefully they'll have bags this time, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys next time on Ken and Chris Go to the Record Store.